From 1950s through to the 1990s, Canada's government surveilled, harassed, and fired thousands of public servants, military personnel, and police officers for being queer and trans. This is a particular story in our history as a country that very few people know. Survivors of the Purge are only just feeling comfortable to tell their story and to live out their truths. And these are universal realities that still have a role today.
I was raised in Drumheller, needed a career, and I thought, well, I'll just join the RCMP. So I kind of joined not even knowing I was gay. I was working a Mountie from 8 to 4, and a young gay guy the rest of the week. One day in 1986, I was called into the office and they said, Wayne, you were seen in a gay bar. And the closet is a very tiny little space, so I think I was just tired of it. So I simply said, well, I was in a gay bar because I'm gay. They wanted my uniform back. They basically said, you're not part of us anymore. So it took me a lot of reconciliation and personal growth before I was able to proudly wear the buffalo again.
I was in the military police, served in the reserves here in Calgary. I wanted to be a police officer, and the experiences that I had made me question what fairness and justice really was. I left the military because, according to the laws in the military at that time, I could be dishonorably discharged, I could be institutionalized, and I could even be imprisoned. After I left the military police, the Special Investigation Unit phoned me and said, we'd like to interview you. They tried to get me to turn in other people who were still serving, including a woman that I had a short-term relationship while I was in the military. I proceeded to lie and tell them they were wrong and that I was a lesbian. I wasn't ashamed to be a lesbian, and I thought their investigation was morally reprehensible. I became politically active. I'm one of the founders of Calgary's Pride March. Thankfully, the government finally apologized for those injustices, and now we have an exhibit traveling the country and a permanent one at the Canadian Museum of Human Rights in Winnipeg. There's a lot of people who aren't aware of this dark stain on Canadians' past. We have to constantly be on guard to ensure that human rights are protected for all Canadians.